United States President Donald Trump has reacted strongly to the brutal murder of a Ukrainian woman on a train in Charlotte, North Carolina. The perpetrator turned out to be a black man, a repeat offender who, despite an extremely long police record and 14 arrests, remained at large. US President Donald Trump watched footage of the murder of a 23-year-old Ukrainian woman by a black repeat offender. What the hell was he doing riding the train and walking the streets? Criminals like this need to be locked up. The blood of this innocent woman can literally be seen dripping from the killer's knife, and now her blood is on the hands of the Democrats who refuse to put bad people in jail. Almost immediately, one of the largest news agencies, Reuters, also published a video of the murder. However, the negative protagonist of this report, apart from the murderer, was also Donald Trump. Donald Trump condemned the fatal stabbing of a Ukrainian woman aboard a North Carolina train as the US president and his allies sought to use the murder to justify plans to expand his crime crackdown in Democratic-led cities. However, before President Donald Trump posted about the murder on his social media profile, Reuters, like most left-wing liberal media outlets, remained silent on the matter. They don't see the reality, such as this brutal murder, which is striking simply because it doesn't fit the picture they are used to. And as long as there is no reason for the media to pretend they don't see it, then they proceed to twist reality. This brutal murder is appalling, and in a moment it will become a pretext for falsely portraying the conservative president of the United States. Donald Trump has been the target of attacks by the major media since the beginning of his political career. He has been accused of economic, criminal, and even sexual crimes, among other things, which turned out to be lies. However, all boundaries have been crossed in recent weeks. The American media has unanimously suggested that the President of the United States is dead. During the last period of Donald Trump's presidency and earlier during the election campaign, we saw this massive attack by the media, which is still continuing. They are using every situation to remind us that Donald Trump is a politician who wants to take away Americans' values, who wants to take away their freedom, while Donald Trump is doing everything he can to restore that freedom. Because freedom also means the right to safety on the streets. Meanwhile, as soon as Donald Trump sent the National Guard to the streets of American cities ravaged by crime, to restore order and safety, the media accused him of trying to start a civil war.
Well, why would you use the Department of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second rate. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
Excuse me. You know how many people were killed in Chicago last weekend? 8. You know how many people were killed in Chicago the week before? 7. You know how many people were wounded? 74 people were wounded. You think there's worse than that? I don't think so.
Donald Trump has ordered similar actions in Washington, D.C. and Boston.
We're out here doing our operation with our surge, and mainly because to catch the criminal alien population, that sanctuary city policies attract these criminal aliens. We want to get them out of the city, make the public safe, help with national security, and to make sure that everybody in this community is safe, no matter what they feel or how their political views. We're here to make everybody safe.
However, American television stations and news agencies are taking the side of immigrants and promoting a narrative, also known in Poland, about poor people looking for their place in the world. At the same time, pro-immigration protests are being inspired, and activists sabotaging the actions of the authorities are the heroes of left-wing liberal media propaganda.
We're trying to create a listing of all the types of vehicles they're using. License plates, license plate numbers, description of, again, make, model, directions they're going, right? Where they came off of, where they headed. And we're trying to document it. And because they do the same to us, right? They come and surveil us. So this is our people version of our humble surveillance.
The deportation of illegal immigrants and the restoration of public order were among Donald Trump's main demands during his presidential campaign. Even then, these announcements were hated by the Democrats and, of course, by the media that supported them. People expect security for themselves and their families, as well as politicians who will look after the interests of voters and not succumb to the media hysteria of self-proclaimed elites who are detached from reality. This is true in the United States as well as in Poland.